y'all were testing this out coming to the field house. What do you think of this?
I mean, honestly, me being here my first year and having the Memphis Madness the first 2 years, it's just different. Those two events were so major. It was hard to kind of repeat that and top that. But these events are cool because it's more personable being in the field house because you're right on top of the fans and everybody can kind of touch you. So it's still a pretty cool event because it's both of us together, the men and women in an intimate setting.
What were your takeaways?
I wouldn't say you're riding the highs and lows of the women's game more than the men, but you're certainly very into it. Just how fun was that for you to get to watch the women kind of go at it?
Yeah, because I'm not familiar with the team this year like I've been in the past, which I will be. I'll be coming over to practices. So I was very happy to see them out there playing, and just being a fan.
What were some of your takeaways from the scrimmage you guys had?
That it was just fun. Nobody really played seriously, but that was just the event because we had a very hard practice this morning. I think the guys were really trying not to get injured, but I had some good stuff out there, some lobs and some dunks. That's what you really want the crowd to see: some threes, lobs, and dunks.
Did anyone win the unofficial dunk contest out there for you?
Probably Tyrese Hunter. Being his height, being able to get up there and dunk it like that. I'm sure he shocked a bunch of people with his verticality. He can jump.
Did you know he could fly like that? Like, I was surprised to see the pro day number 39.5-inch vertical.
When he was at Iowa State, he had some major dunks, but when you see it in person, it's pretty impressive. I know we have Ja Morant with the Grizzlies. He's not really a tall guy and can fly, and Tyreek isn't getting that high, but he's getting high enough for his height.
You have a few guards on this team that can kind of get up there. Obviously, you had Jalen Young last year, but this year you have Tyrese and Jared Harris. I mean, you haven't had this kind of athleticism at the guard spot, a lot of times in your tenure. When it's being had that this year.
Yeah, it's always good when your guards are athletic because, usually they're getting downhill and can finish in traffic. That's something that, to me, major guards are supposed to do. The good guards are finishing traffic, and with that athleticism, they'll have an advantage in that area.
Jordan looked like he genuinely had fun being out there. Where does his joy come from?
Well, his joy comes from just basically opening his game up. When he was at Temple, he was, to go rebound and play defense. Not that coach didn't allow him to score. He just wasn't focused on that. Now, being here, I've kind of opened his game up with the offense that we play. He's more on the perimeter. Even though he's still playing defense and rebounding, he's opening his game up. So he's having more fun that way.
Dane, yesterday and today, I mean, he's showing that he can do a lot. He's not just a rebounder. He's not just a dunker or a putback guy. I mean, is that what we are seeing the last 2 days?
Yeah, he's a playmaker. Honestly, he handles the ball like a guard. Like when we do the ball handling drills in practice, he's probably one of the best ball handlers, top 2 or 3 ball handlers on the team. And he can make plays. He can pass the ball really well, he can score inside, and he's definitely a weapon. And what he showed the last couple of days is who he is.
Would you say you've had a big game before? And if not, what is he bringing that you think you have?
No, we really haven't had a big like Dame before. We've had young bigs, with Precious and with Jalen Duren, who were great in their own right. But Dane is highly skilled down on that block and can make plays and can score it, and is a playmaker as well.
What's it been like to ramp up his workload? I know he's had his moments throughout his college career, but never had that big staple of a role
Yep.
that he's going to have here, right? What's
Yeah.
it been like, man?
Yeah, no, he didn't have it at Baylor, and didn't really have it at Illinois, and having it here, you can tell he's happy. He's ready to show what you guys are seeing right now, and that's what guys come here for, to be able to show their games, because we play the pro style, and we kind of play through our bigs, so that kind of gives him the opportunity to show more of his game.
Do you trust bringing Dane out to the free throw line? Because a lot of times last year you had Nick out there on that, and kind of the offense was running through him.
Yep.
Another dribble handoff, things like that. Will Dane be able to play that position too?
Yeah, for sure. That's what he does the best. Getting out on the perimeter and giving the guards the opportunity to move without the ball and being able to make those timely passes. And then if he doesn't have a pass, he can beat his man one-on-one and make another play. So that's definitely going to be a weapon for us for sure.
It feels like for the first time in a while, you have a guy in Kobe Rogers who is more or less just automatic. You can in the space at all. I mean, personally, I can't remember the last time we've had that since maybe Lester, and even that's kind of arguable. What kind of aspect is that for him?
Yeah, I was blessed 3 years ago to have Landers Nolly, Tyler Harris, and Lester Quinones. And those guys can shoot, but Kobe Rogers is scary. And Tyler Harris is probably one of the best shooters I've ever seen. Kobe Rogers is on that level. I mean, that's saying a lot. And Landers Nolly can shoot it too, but every time the ball leaves Kobe's hand, man, you think it's going in. It's a beautiful shot. It's effortless, and it does feel great to have a guy that can really open offense up for us and make teams have to really account for him on the floor.
Even with Colby at your disposal, are you going to rely on the 3-ball less or?
I think it's a balance. I think there's a balance in what we do. We definitely want to be a team that runs. We really want to get most of our threes in transition. But when we have to set up, we go inside, they double, we got outside shooting, ready to work. So it's not that we're going to take less threes. I think we want to be smarter about them. I'm not going to put anyone in a box. And I think against Carolina, we'll see how that goes. This year's team is pretty much a three-point shooting team, if we need that. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
When Carolina comes here, we get another game of a former guy he overlapped with in the NBA, Hubert Davis.
Yep.
Do you have any memories competing against him?
Yeah, Hubert. It was always great playing against Hubert because he's a tough competitor, but also one of those guys that played the game the right way. Played hard, but played the game the right way and could really shoot the basketball. So I've always had a lot of respect for his game and how he carried himself. He was never the superstar, but he was always a star on his team because he could knock down shots.
Hey, Penny, with the changing of how college guys are, with not having guys going year to year, how do you determine which guys going to play what role? And how can you do that without playing games?
I think this year we went and handpicked these young men to understand who they were, to come in and be more of a role, starring in their roles. And I think this team will kind of be easier to accept that because a lot of the guys already know who the guys are, and we got guys that just start in their roles instead of guys having 13 guys trying to be the guy.
The narrative around your teams over the years has been that you really don't focus a lot on post play in terms of back to the basket post play. A lot of your guys, a lot of your bigs, like the face up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, last year you had Jordan.
Yep.
And so the narrative was you're having to force feed Jordan to get him proper
Yep.
touches. Dame's a different kind of guy. He's very much going to be a guy you can trust back to the basket. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to go to him a lot down on the post. And if they play him one-on-one, we like our chances. He's really good down there. He's better than what I thought. I watched a lot of film on him. And him coming in with the mindset that he has now, it's been very tough. And for him to go against Musa every day has been great for him, great for both of them.
Is that a part of how does that open up your offensive schemes, being able to trust somebody down in the post?
Yeah, well, they have to double team if he continues to be dominant. And when he starts to double team, then it gets us open shots, and that's what you want.
We got two more, Tim and Rachel.
Is it easier to get a guy to grow into a bigger role when he hasn't had it before? Or is it easier to have a guy accept a lesser role for the greater good?
No, it's harder to have a guy accept the role for the greater good because most of these young men, they want to make it to the next level, and they think score is how it happens, and it really isn't how it happens. After our pro day, the scouts always say, the guys just have to understand who they are, accept their roles, because they're going to have to do that on the next level, and that's what they want to see. But it's easier to have a guy who's kind of right there and then making him the guy because you see his potential and what he can do.
And even the St. Jude tip-off game coming up just for fans who haven't got those tickets yet, what do you want to say to them about coming out to the games?
To our fans, we know what St. Jude Children's Research Hospital means to our city, what it means to the world. Let's come out and support that game. Let's come out and have it packed in there so that ESPN sees it and that we raise all this money, and 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the hospital. So let's do that for our city and for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you.